My beloved child, draw near and listen with your whole heart, for what I am about to speak is not ordinary. A moment in time has opened specifically for you, quiet, intentional, chosen, while the world spins hurriedly and voices rush without meaning. My presence has slowed the atmosphere around you so you can hear me clearly. You did not arrive here by coincidence. I guided you here, step by step, breath by breath, because your spirit has been feeling a stirring you could not quite explain. You have sensed something shifting beneath the surface of your life, something important drawing near. That sensation is not imagination, it is alignment. Your life, your calling, your hidden purpose are moving into place. You were never created to fade into the background or drift without direction. The longing you've carried for something deeper, something meaningful, something beyond the ordinary, that longing did not come from nowhere. It came from me. You have been waiting for a moment when everything makes sense, when the pieces fall into place, when the inner pull you've carried finally reveals its purpose. That moment begins here. I am opening doors in the unseen realm, setting things in motion that have been prepared for a long time. If you are hearing this now, it is because you are included in what I am doing. My hand is marking your life for this season. You wonder, why now? Why me? Because you have walked through hardships with a quiet resilience. You faced struggles no one else knew about. I saw the nights where you could not sleep, the tears you hid, the disappointments that made you question your own worth. You may have felt unseen, but I was preparing you. I protected you from things that were not meant to touch you. I held you back from paths that would have damaged you. I kept you close to myself until the exact moment arrived. And now it has. I am about to release something so significant, so transformative, that the version of you formed by old battles will no longer remain. You will rise with clarity, strength, and confidence you didn't know you carried. The delays you lived through were not punishment, they were protection. The endings you faced were not losses, they were alignment. I held you for this precise time, a time when spiritual purpose meets divine opportunity. This is not a small moment. This is a summons. My beloved child, come closer and hear me with a quiet mind, for the things I am about to reveal will bring understanding to the parts of your life that once made no sense. You have asked me many times, why did I have to go through so much? Why did it feel like life pressed against me from every side? You thought some battles were punishment, but they were preparation. You believed certain losses meant you were forgotten, but they were signals that I was clearing the way for what is now approaching. The truth is this: nothing you experienced was wasted. Not a single tear, not a single disappointment, not a single unanswered question. Every struggle shaped you. Every heartbreak refined you. Every setback strengthened something deep within you. You walked through pain that would have broken someone without your calling. But because I was forming you for something greater, it did not destroy you, it built you. You may not fully see it yet, but your spirit became stronger with each quiet battle. You learned endurance when life felt heavy. You learned to trust me in silence, to lean on me when people failed you, to rise again when everything in you wanted to stop. That is why you are still here, not because the journey was easy, but because purpose kept pulling you forward. I saw every night you lay awake with thoughts you could not silence. I saw the moments where you held yourself together when everything inside wanted to fall apart. I heard the prayers you whispered softly, the ones you thought disappeared into the air, but they reached me instantly. Every hidden cry became a seed I planted into your future. Your hardships did not come to diminish you. They came to separate you, to pull you away from places you had outgrown, to disconnect you from people who could not walk with you into what I am preparing. You were not being broken, you were being reshaped. You were not being emptied, you were being made ready. And now, my child, you stand at the edge of a new phase. The weight you carried is lifting because you have reached the part of your life where the crushing ends and the unfolding begins. This is the moment where everything that tried to break you becomes evidence of your resilience. The strength that was hidden within you is rising to the surface. The very struggles that once drained you have become the foundation for what I am calling you into. You survived because I called you. You endured because you are chosen. And now you will rise because it is your time. My beloved child, you have wondered why your life seemed to slow down recently, why things that once happened quickly suddenly felt delayed, paused, or suspended in midair. You questioned if something was wrong with you, or if you missed your opportunity, or if you somehow stepped outside of my plan. But hear me clearly now. The pause was mine. I placed it there. It was intentional, strategic, and protective. When life moves too fast, you may miss what I am aligning behind the scenes. When your schedule overwhelms you, my quiet voice becomes harder to recognize. When you keep pushing and striving and forcing doors open, you can unknowingly walk ahead of me instead of walking with me. And so, I slowed things down not to frustrate you, but to prepare you. This stillness is not emptiness. It is preparation. The world pushes you to rush, but my voice calls you to be still. The world tells you faster is better, but I move with purpose, not speed. I needed you to stop depending on your own strength so you could learn to depend on mine. I needed to bring you into a quiet space where the noise of the world would not drown out the direction I am giving you. This pause has been a sacred space. In this silence, I have been stripping away old habits, old fears, old patterns, old identities, things that cannot go with you into the next season. You felt discomfort not because nothing was happening, but because everything was changing beneath the surface. I allowed a stillness that made you look inward, listen deeper, release what no longer belonged, and awaken to what I am doing next. Your spirit needed this calm before the breakthrough. The quiet time protected you from making rushed decisions. It blocked the wrong connections. It kept you from entering places that would have drained your spirit. While you thought opportunities were being taken from you, I was shielding you from traps. While you thought life was slowing you down, I was aligning events, shifting atmospheres, and positioning you for something that must arrive at precisely the right moment. My child, the pause was not a punishment. It was a divine reset. And now, the stillness is ending, because the moment of movement is approaching. My cherished child, the weight you have felt pressing on your heart, mind, and spirit lately was not random. It was not life falling apart. It was not punishment, and it was not abandonment. It was refinement. It was the shaping of your inner strength. The pressure was never meant to break. It was meant to reveal what I placed inside you long before the storm arrived. Pressure exposes weakness in some, but it awakens power in the ones I have chosen. You walked through a season where everything felt heavy. Thoughts felt tangled, emotions felt unpredictable, simple tasks felt exhausting. You questioned yourself, wondering why you didn't feel like your usual self. But that heaviness was not failure, was transformation. You were shedding layers of who you used to be so you could rise as the person I destined you to become. I allowed the heat to increase because what I placed inside you cannot be formed in comfort. Diamonds are revealed under intense pressure. Gold is purified in fire. And a strong spirit is awakened in difficulty. You were not breaking, you were being forged. Remember the moments you thought you had nothing left, yet somehow you continued. You rose again. You whispered prayers through trembling breath. You held on to hope when everything felt empty. That was proof of your calling. Your endurance terrified the darkness. The enemy saw your strength before you did. That is why the pressure intensified. Not because you were weak, but because you were close to becoming unstoppable. What tried to destroy you ended up strengthening you. Your resilience is not ordinary. Your survival is not accidental. Your endurance is the mark of someone chosen. Now hear me, the pressure is lifting because the purpose of the pressure is complete. You are emerging wiser, calmer, sharper in spirit, less shaken by what once terrified you. Your battles have made you spiritually unshakable. You now carry an authority that comes only from those who walked through deep waters and came out still standing. Do not mourn what you went through. Honor what it created inside you. My beloved child, what you have been feeling deep inside you, those sudden moments of intensity, the unexplainable pressure, the nights of restlessness, the increase in sensitivity, these are signs that something in the unseen realm has begun shifting. You are not imagining it. Your spirit recognizes what your mind cannot articulate. There is movement happening around you. The atmosphere of your life is changing. Things that once felt distant are drawing near. Battles that once overwhelmed you are losing their strength. Your discernment is sharpening. Your spiritual awareness is waking up. This is because a divine alignment is unfolding quietly, powerfully, intentionally. Not everyone feels this shift. Not everyone hears my stirring. Not everyone senses my movement. But you do because you are called. The pressure you felt was not a sign of danger. It was a sign of preparation. Before breakthroughs manifest, the spiritual air becomes charged. Before clarity arrives, there is tension. Before doors open, there is spiritual resistance. You have been feeling what heaven has been preparing. The enemy sensed this shift too. That is why attacks increased. That is why distractions multiplied. That is why confusion tried to cloud your mind. Darkness always panics when light begins to rise. And you, my child, have been rising without even realizing it. There is a release approaching, one designed specifically for you. Something that has been locked, delayed, or withheld is now being set free in your direction. The spiritual resistance around you was proof of the importance of what is coming. You were not being attacked because you were weak. You were attacked because you were next. Every time you prayed when you were tired, every time you worshipped when you were discouraged, every time you trusted me when you felt afraid, you gained ground in the unseen realm. Now, that ground is becoming your new foundation. This shift will affect your clarity, your decisions, your relationships, your direction, and even your identity. You will find yourself drawn to certain paths and pulled away from others. Then, this is me guiding you. Stay alert, stay close, stay aligned. What is unfolding next will require your attention, your focus, your willingness. My beloved child, there were moments when you felt isolated, disconnected, or set aside, moments when familiar relationships faded. Certain people drifted away, and what once felt comfortable no longer fit. You wondered, why am I alone? Why did this end? Why am I not understood? But hear me now. The separation was divine. It was necessary. It was protection. I could not allow everyone from your past to enter the future I've prepared for you. Not everyone could walk with you where you are going. Not everyone was meant to hear the calling placed on your life. Not everyone could carry the weight of your purpose. Some connections were removed to preserve your future. Some friendships ended to protect your spirit. Some relationships dissolved because their season was complete. This was not rejection. It was redirection. Though the separation felt painful, it was also holy. In silence, your spirit became clearer. In distance, your identity became stronger. In solitude, your purpose became undeniable. Had I left you surrounded by the same voices, you would have remained the same version of yourself. But separation made room for transformation. You were not being cut off, you were being set apart. When I call someone, I first separate them. This is how I reveal what is inside them. This is how I prepare them for greater things. I remove distractions, cut away unhealthy attachments, and close doors that lead nowhere so your feet can move forward freely. You are not alone because you are forgotten. You are alone because you are chosen. In the quiet, you learned to hear me. In the absence of others, you learned to rely on me. In the stillness, your faith grew deeper roots. This season of separation is ending soon, but it has completed its work. Now you are ready to stand strong, clear, confident, and spiritually anchored for what is coming next. My beloved child, something powerful is approaching your life, something forming in the unseen long before you sensed it. You may have felt the heaviness, the tension, the anticipation in your spirit. This is because what is coming is not small. It is not a hint or a symbol. It is a divine movement carrying purpose, timing, and breakthrough. You are on the edge of a shift that will not wait for your perfect readiness. It is coming because its time has arrived. I am aligning events, circumstances, and spiritual currents to bring my plans into your reality. You are stepping into a phase that will reveal who you truly are and what I have placed inside you. This movement will bring clarity where there was confusion. It will bring peace where there was restlessness. It will bring opportunity where there was stagnation. It will bring answers where there were long seasons of silence. Nothing can stop what I am releasing. Nothing can block what I have appointed for your life. Nothing can silence what I am awakening within you. You have been prepared quietly, faithfully, consistently. Now the external world will begin to reflect the internal growth you endured. You will notice shifts, doors opening effortlessly, distractions losing power, ideas flowing clearly, strength rising without explanation, fear dissolving as faith awakens. Not because you forced it, but because I timed it. This movement carries purpose not only for you, but for those connected to you. What I place on your life will overflow into others. Your breakthrough will become their hope. Your clarity will become their direction. Your transformation will become their inspiration. You are not stepping into blessing alone. You are stepping into influence. Stay steady, stay humble, stay connected to me. What is coming will require your focus, but it will also bring joy you thought you had lost. My beloved child, something powerful is approaching your life. Something that has been forming in the unseen long before you sensed it. You may have felt the heaviness, the tension, the anticipation in your spirit. This is because what is coming is not small. It is not a hint or a symbol. It is a divine movement carrying purpose, timing, and breakthrough. You are on the edge of a shift that will not wait for your perfect readiness. It is coming because its time has arrived. I am aligning events, circumstances, and spiritual currents to bring my plans into your reality. You are stepping into a phase that will reveal who you truly are and what I have placed inside you. This movement will bring clarity where there was confusion. It will bring peace where there was restlessness. It will bring opportunity where there was stagnation. It will bring answers where there were long seasons of silence. Nothing can stop what I am releasing. Nothing can block what I have appointed for your life. Nothing can silence what I am awakening within you. You have been prepared quietly, faithfully, consistently. Now the external world will begin to reflect the internal growth you endured. You will notice shifts, doors opening effortlessly, distractions losing power, ideas flowing clearly, strength rising without explanation, fear dissolving as faith awakens. Not because you forced it, but because I timed it. This movement carries purpose not only for you, but for those connected to you. What I place on your life will overflow into others. Your breakthrough will become their hope. Your clarity will become their direction. Your transformation will become their inspiration. You are not stepping into blessing alone. You are stepping into influence. Stay steady, stay humble, stay connected to me. What is coming will require your focus, but it will also bring joy you thought you had lost. My beloved child, hear me clearly. There is no path backward for you anymore. Not because you lack options, but because what once fit you can no longer contain who you are becoming. You have crossed a spiritual threshold. Your spirit has grown. Your understanding has deepened. Your purpose has awakened. You cannot return to what I freed you from. Everything behind you is too small now. Old habits cannot carry new calling. Old relationships cannot handle new growth. Old identities cannot support new purpose. The adversary would love to lure you backward, not to destroy you outright, but to distract you. The temptation to return often arrives disguised as comfort. But comfort that keeps you from your destiny is not comfort, it is captivity. You are no longer the person who once needed those old patterns to survive. You are no longer the person who once settled for less. You are no longer the person who once stayed silent to keep peace. The old version of you was necessary for that time, but not for this one. You are stepping into a higher place. You are walking in revelation, not reaction. You are moving in strength, not survival. This is why certain things feel foreign now. Why certain conversations drain you. Why certain environments feel too small. Why certain people no longer understand you. It is not arrogance, it is alignment. My child, you cannot go back because you have seen too much of my hand, felt too much of my guidance, endured too much transformation. Your spirit refuses to shrink again. You were not shaped to fit the past. You were shaped to fit what is coming. Move forward with courage. Move forward with clarity. Move forward knowing that I walk before you. My beloved child, the stirring inside you is not happening in isolation. All across the world, in quiet places and hidden hearts, those I have chosen are feeling the same awakening. A holy alignment is unfolding globally, and you are part of it. This is why your spirit has been restless. This is why your heart has been sensitive. This is why you feel drawn higher. I am awakening those who carry my heart, those who feel deeply, see beyond the surface, and hear me in the stillness. You are one of them. You were not selected because you were the strongest, most skilled, or most noticed. You were chosen because your heart responds to me. A worldwide convergence is beginning. Minds are waking up, spirits are sharpening, gifts are being activated, purpose is rising, voices are being called forward. This movement is not loud, it is not sensational, it is quiet, deep, and powerful. It is happening among those who remained faithful in silence, those who endured private battles, those who held on to me even when nothing made sense. You may have felt unimportant at times, unseen, overlooked by people, but I saw everything. Those who walk closely with me are rarely visible at the start. They are hidden until their time arrives. And for you, that time is beginning now. You are not joining something humans built. You are entering something I orchestrated. Your life is becoming a message. Your steps are becoming a doorway. Your voice will carry clarity where others feel lost. What I placed inside you is needed not tomorrow, but now. You are part of a spiritual shift that will influence households, communities, and hearts. Walk faithfully, walk boldly, walk knowing you were woven into this moment before you were born. My beloved child, everything you have walked through, every battle, every pause, every tear, every quiet victory has led to this moment. This is your activation, the unveiling of who you truly are. The calling inside you is not something that will arrive someday in the distant future. It begins now. You are stepping into the plans I have long prepared for you. You are moving into alignment with your purpose. You are entering the flow of what I am releasing on the earth. The hesitation you once felt is breaking. The fear that once held you is dissolving. The confusion that clouded you is lifting. You are ready not because you feel ready, but because I have strengthened you. I have equipped you with endurance. I have refined your discernment. I have matured your spirit. You stand now as someone who can carry my purpose without collapsing under the weight of it. Now, my child, this is what I ask of you. Walk forward with me. Act on what I place in your heart. Let your voice speak when I nudge you. Let your steps move when I call you. What I am releasing over your life is not just blessing, it is responsibility. You will influence others. You will bring clarity where there is confusion. You will break cycles in your family line. You will create openings for people who cannot open doors for themselves. You carry light where darkness once ruled. You carry authority where fear once lingered. You carry purpose where uncertainty once lived. The season of waiting has ended. The season of becoming has ended. The season of rising has begun. Step through this doorway boldly. Leave behind hesitation. Leave behind old identities. Leave behind anything that whispers you cannot. Because you can. Because I am with you. Because this is your time. Your activation begins now. If you want to receive your blessings instantly, I have a secret video in my YouTube profile bio.